Are we live? Can't tell if we're live. There we go. I'm in the stream. Let me get this edited real quick. Anyway, yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Caspa, and I'm back with a live stream. First live stream since redoing the channel. Let's get the thumbnail and that uploaded. And we'll get that sorted. Pop the description in. Oh, holy shit, I'm having a fucking nightmare. We'll actually get on with something in a minute. Stay tuned, guys. And that should be saving, and we can actually get... I don't know what it is, but my game, Alright, let me have a little look and see if that has changed yet. My computer's running about 20 times slower than what it usually does. Holy biscuit. Have you saved? Come on. Can't see chat or anything yet. There you go, I think it's saved. Right, perfect. Okay, so this probably looks a little bit weird for you guys who are actually watching. So, give me a second. Right, perfect. So this will stay up on my channel, so obviously I'll continue to talk like I'm sort of doing a YouTube commentary. So yeah, if you guys are new to watching, this is my Assassin's Creed map. Currently I'm building in the Assassin's Creed Black Flag area. I'm building Havana. Let me give you a little tour of the area. So yeah, I've done like all of this. It's a super flat world, as you probably see over there. Been building it for a while now, fair few months, and I'm basically trying to build it on like a 1-to-1 scale with the game. So I've got a TV next to me with my girlfriend's Xbox set up with Black Flag on it, just to sort of get it perfect. So I've recently been working over there, but I decided to come over here for the stream. So let's get on with it. So where we just was over here in this area. I've built this, and then I was adding this little back bit on because that's obviously what is needed. And in it, there's these little pillars. So these are the pillars. Then there's like gaps in here for doors and windows. So obviously there are 3 in between to give it that center block. Now here, when I was doing this, I done 2 because I didn't think I had as much room. Coming here, it doesn't look like I've got the greatest amount of room. But I am going to be bringing it out 3, so that all sort of matches. So I've basically got to destroy all of this. So we'll just start from here, and we'll just fill this in. Well, we'll just destroy it all. I can fucking hear. Turn that shit down. Yo, say what's up in the chat if you're in here. Right, that'll do. This can all be filled in afterwards, but we just got to get the base bits. Let's grab that and that. So 1, 2, 3, and plot that there. We'll get the floor in as well. Make it a lot better. They can go. Go here, all the way out. still hear my shit on my fucking... I think it's because it's on this thing. Oh, I can just hear it on my computer. How weird. Right. Get that in like that. I think it's going to have to be like that. There, that'll do. Just fill this whole floor in. Sorry if you guys can hear that dirt breaking twice. I should hope you can't. Right. So we'll get this in. So if you don't know what I mean, basically I've sort of marked it out with the distance. Obviously we were finishing about here, which is in line with, there's 8 of these gaps. So obviously we finished on the 6th one beforehand, but it just didn't look right. So yeah, we are going to go out the full 8 now. So they all finish on those. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, boom, 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 1, 2, 3. Cool. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8 of those gaps, which is perfect. Now we've actually got to get these walls in. So let me just get this in here, and then there. Right, brilliant. Give me a sec, guys. Just gotta unmute this. Hold up, let me turn my phone up real quick. Got it on my phone. Hold up, let me turn my phone up real quick. Got it on my phone. Yeah, so you can hear it slightly. Not sure why. I haven't streamed in a very long time. I'm not sure whether I should click that button or not. Very strange. I know what. Let's just go into the settings if it actually works. If we just turn the audio down. We'll just turn it down loads. I mean, I don't feel like you guys need to hear the blocks breaking. Right. Get these bits in now. So if you are new and you haven't actually seen any of my YouTube episodes, go and check those out, because you'll sort of understand a bit more from where I've been building. This isn't the only area in the map. I have got I built Assassin's Creed Unity and Assassin's Creed Origins so far. They're both not fully finished. Unity's the closest to being finished, and it's got a story mode. So I basically took the story from the game and built it in Minecraft with command blocks and stuff like that. So that's pretty good. I've had a few people play test it and stuff like that, and I'm hoping to get it finished eventually. But at the minute, I'm enjoying building Black Flag. So we're just gonna get this in like this. Now I thought this area here in one of the episodes I've done, this here was the edge of the map, but it actually isn't. It literally there is an edge here where it's water, and then it goes diagonal, and then it just fucking goes for miles over here, and it's just I thought I was going to be nearly done with this bit, and I'm just so far from it. Right, let me destroy that. We'll actually destroy those as well. So this goes out to, I think, so like I said, I've got the Xbox next to me, so I can just quickly hop on the controller and have a look. So it goes to the 4th one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we just got to build this out, but we want the wood to be all facing the same way, as you can see. So we'll go about there will do. Yeah, that looks alright. Okay, cool. So, well, we need to get this floor in of sand, ideally. So if I go /fill, hop that back in there like that, and we'll just fly on over here into this corner. Oh shit. And sand. Perfect, that'll do for now. We can obviously do that bit in a bit. in a little while. Okay. Next up is coming around here and getting that in. So, like you can see, from where we had it beforehand, I would have had this tiny little gap, like, in between the two buildings. Like, obviously, this would have come out, like, to there. So, I'd have had to, like, go in here. But it was actually meant to be, like, this big. Which is obviously, like, building on a one-to-one scale, if something's a little bit off, it does fuck the rest of the map to a certain extent. Which isn't great. Let me just... I'm going to hop on Instagram right now. Shout out the stream real quick. Find something. There you go, just a little shout out on the Insta, just to see if anyone else comes in. Right. Next, we're going to have to get in these. So, we'll have them open like that. I don't know whether to put a half slab in there. Is it really worth it? Like, see, I don't know if that looks good, because it looks just a bit, like, stubby, if that makes sense. Like, these bits just don't look very big. So, I mean, we'll just have to deal with a little colour change there, but... I mean, you just got to deal with it, don't you? So, we'll get these in. Hopefully you guys can hear me alright. Let's go like... Boom, boom, boom. Right. And see, obviously, like, this doesn't go back very far, so we have to do, like, 2 here, so... Cool. We obviously have to extend this, get this sorted, so... Yeah. Gives me time to sort of chill out and play before work tomorrow. And, yeah, last night I was having to, like, look after her, and my little brother was around, so... Funny. So, I was sort of sat behind him, feeding my daughter, just telling him where to place blocks. Took a lot longer than obviously what I had to do, but I think it sort of made him appreciate the stuff that I have to sort of do, if that makes sense, when I'm building. Sorry if the stream's lagging, guys. Like, I've moved into this new place since the last time I streamed, and like the internet's just a lot worse. We got BT, and it's like they can only get out like one sort of speed where I live, so it's like brilliant. I'll just fucking come on. I'll just lag all the time, it's fine. Like, obviously I could change, like, provider, but it's just a lot of effort, and we've got BT TV, and my girlfriend likes it, and it's just sort of like, you just can't argue with a girlfriend, can you? Like, it just doesn't end well, at all. Alright. Get this roof in now. So what I was just checking on the controller there was what we've got to do for the roof. So obviously, like, this is all a bit flat. I don't know whether I like that, to be honest. So it may be a case of... Yeah, let's get rid of that. Sounds stupid, but I don't like how, obviously, like, this bit is the top of the thing, and then it is the actual roof. So, like, what I'd do is I'd get the smooth sandstone here, and I'd, like, make it so it just has, like, a little bit of an indent, and then I'd use this sandstone at that height as, like, little support beams, if that makes sense. I'll show you real quick. I've just got to think of where I've actually done some. Under here? Yeah, here you go. So look, like, this isn't... That's obviously... Leaves that little tiny half slab of gap. And then I use these as the support beams. I think it just adds a bit of depth to the roof. It's not just one flat sort of thing. Obviously, I need to fill in these doors and that. But that's for another episode. Let me just sort out my mic real quick. There you go. Cool. Next... Yeah, so obviously we need to do that. Oh, yeah, we've got to get rid of this roof still. And then, yeah, after that, we've got to sort out this back wall. So obviously, like, you can see this stone brick here. Sometimes it's sort of like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's like, yeah, there was just like stone bricks there. Like, if you've ever played Assassin's Creed, you may recognise it, but I mean, when I played the actual game, I didn't recognise any of these buildings. Like, you don't sort of notice the buildings, because the amount of times that I've, like, made the same building twice. So, like, if you look at this blue one here with the pillars, it's over there as well. And it's also around here. Like, and that's exactly how the game has it. They're all there in those positions. Look, and there's another one there, for fuck's sake. But you don't notice it when you run through playing Assassin's Creed. Like, it sounds obviously silly, but, you know, it's just weird how, like, the game developers have, like, literally copy and pasted buildings all over the place, and you just don't notice it. Like, I mean, some of you guys may have noticed it, but I certainly didn't. Like, and it's just kind of, like, it's just, I find it quite interesting how that works. Right, so this is obviously the longest part. Putting in this, well, actually we've got to do the roof, and that's even longer. So we'll keep on going here. Let me just move my character on Assassin's Creed. Right. Oh, fuck a duck. Get that. Oh, fucking hell, I'm having a nightmare. How did I miss that? You guys probably saw that and thought I was a fucking idiot. So I'm going to leave this up on my channel afterwards, like I said at the start of the stream. Just to... Fucking hell. Just to sort of, like... So I haven't got as much off-camera stuff. Like, I've been working off-camera from about 1 till 4 today. So about 3 hours. I ate some food. And then just played some Xbox after the gym this was. Right, I actually need to get those in. So how am I going to do that? Support beam. Support beam. Support beam. Yeah, after I went gym, I literally just hopped on Xbox and just chilled. And that was good fun. Like, easy day before work tomorrow. Nice and chill. Just play some Minecraft. Right. And we're just going to do these support beams, like, on these bits. So, like, it doesn't look the same as, like, the one I show you over there, because obviously it's not straight. I hate building on a diagonal, man. It's so annoying. Especially, like, with the buildings to my right now. Like, I'll show you. They're not fully, like, this bit goes diagonal, but before that it has a slight little, like, curve to it. So here you've got the 3, the 2, and then the 1s. And then here I've just got a 3. And it's just, like, it's just so annoying, like, just having to fucking deal with that. Because, like, you got to get it right, otherwise it just looks stupid, like, with, like, it doesn't work, if that makes sense. So, like, if I was to then put a building here, like, it wouldn't be in the perfect, like, spot for the actual game. So then, like, all of the buildings from there would just be off-centered and just, like, won't look right. Which is, like, super annoying, because it just takes, like, so much more time and effort, rather than just building straight where you just know, like... Especially with, like, all the buildings being copy-pasted. I know the dimensions for that one, you know, this one. Like, you just know them eventually after building them for so many times. You just know them. Oh, so I was thinking today, guys, as well. I've got I'm pretty close to 200 subscribers. Like, relatively close. So I was sort of thinking, like, what I could do for it. Obviously I'm not a massive YouTuber, so it's not like going to be anything special, but I might do like a giveaway of like some of my merch. Obviously I've got my logo, I made that, quite proud of that. So I was thinking of doing like maybe a giveaway of that, and like also I could do like a full-on world tour. Like, you guys have seen the updates, like the update videos and stuff like that, but you haven't seen anything like amazing, like in depth. Like, I wouldn't have shown you, you know, going through these buildings like this, obviously, unless you, like, watch, say, a live stream when I'm actually building it, but you won't see all of that. Here in Havana you might, because obviously, like, every building's pretty much the same, so I show you one, I've sort of shown you them all. But, you know, in Unity, I've done so much, and especially in that area, when I got bored of, like, building there, when it was the only area that I had, I'd done, like, just so many random things. Like, I built a fucking mountain, for Christ's sake, that just didn't need to be there. So, yeah, I was thinking maybe, like, a big world tour. I could live stream it and just have, like, leave it up on the channel. Obviously, people can watch it if they want, but they don't have to at the same time. Like, I didn't want to take it up as an actual episode, of the building with Caspa, because it would just be far too long and I don't think it would get many views. But like obviously if I live stream it, there's a chance people come and view it, and if I like, you know, and then I just leave it on the channel and then people can watch it whenever they want, you know, share it around, whatever. Okay, so next up we have got to sort that out. So I've just filled in those stone bricks, so we are going to get them back out. We've got to get it right. So in the centre here we've got the window like that. Now they're meant to like touch the floor and they're meant to be like iron bars, but I don't know how I'm going to do that, so I may just have to just like suck it up and just put a glass window there basically, because like yeah, I could use the mob spawner, but like I just think it's a little bit too dark, and obviously this won't connect to there. It will connect if I put like bricks there, like black bricks, but then you can just see them, like, so I don't like that. And there's no sort of like iron bar block really, is there? Not as far as I know. I mean, I could use like the iron trapdoors, but then I've got to power them. There's not a lot else that I can use to sort of work around that. Like, you know, there's the mob spawner, but like yeah, I just don't think it gives the same feel, because like the little holes are just so like close together compared to like the bars. It's just a completely different feel, to be honest. Can't really use chains. Yeah, I don't really think there's anything I could use in substitution besides making it an actual window. So there's one window, and it's basically everything's in the centre. So there's a door there, and then it goes, how many? 1, 2, 3 windows, then a door. So we'll go 1 window, 2 windows, and 3 windows. Then we got 1, 2, 3 door. 1, 2, 1, 2. Cool, that will do perfectly. And then in between these, only on some of them though, which is like the weird part, have they got these. So like we'll put them here. So they're about 3 from there, and then they're in between here. I think that looks fine. Like with the little gap, it just sort of like breaks it up a little bit. And then it goes, I think it goes here as well. Yeah, it goes on the other side of the door. So the other side of the door, like that. And then it misses the center one, so it misses this one, and then it's like 1, and then 2, and 3, and then leaves that one there. So like it's just a minute detail. It's not going to make or break the map, but like, you know, to be as accurate as possible, I'm fine with that. So it's like the doors here, they're not sort of like amazing, but they're not like this. I sort of use that as like an old sort of door, and then this one is like a bit more of like a royalty door, if that makes sense. But they sort of look like that, like more so than the spruce one. So we'll just go with this one anyway. Pop it in there. I like to do that. Usually you'll see on my doors, so where have I used one, for example, here you go. So I'll use like upside down stairs to sort of like add the depth. You go back, and it also gives me room to put the barrier blocks, so I don't have to like design inside every map or inside every thing. So obviously if I left the door open, you could just go in and just see this shit, like, or I'd actually have to design it, which I've done in Unity, and it's the longest thing ever, man. Like, it sucks. So coming from this pit, or this bit, we'll start filling that in like that. We could do the windows real quick, like they won't take us that long. They're pretty easy, and it will show you guys how I sort of do them. But obviously, like on a straight building, like over here, I use the panes because the depth is just like, it's just better. It just, instead of just being a flat straight wall, it just makes it look better. But obviously on diagonal, I can't do that. For the same reason that I couldn't use the iron bars. So we get the black concrete because it's the darkest block. Well, darkest and plainest block, really. So we'll do that, and then there you go. We've got that there. We've got these here. Oh no, this one was a door, wasn't it? Silly me. Pop that in there. Pop that in there. Cool. And fill this in. Yeah, we'll just basically work through like this. Like, it's not the most interesting look, but it's not... In the story, as far as I know, you won't really come over here. But you can if you wanted to sort of get some, like, loot. So, you know, I'm going to sort of spread loot all around the map. just for people to sort of have incentive to explore, and it will just make their lives easier. You know, like I got someone to playtest my Unity map earlier, or not earlier, the other day, and like they explored a fair bit and they found loads of food. But I've had other people where they hadn't explored and they were like on the 3rd level and they were out of food and they were like really weak and they literally had to like die just to get their hunger back and like gain health, which in the actual like game that I'll be having, I don't really want people to just die. I'm gonna have like a death counter, so obviously I haven't set it up now because it'll be a command block that's constantly ticking, so I haven't set it up. But that's what I'm hoping to sort of set up, or I think you can just like run the command or whatever. But like I said, I don't want people to come in and playtest and then that's their final score forever. So yeah, that's something that we don't want. So oh Christ, let me just hop in. I'm just gonna get on top of the building so I can see the thing. Right, that's perfect. So now we've got to find out how we're gonna design this. So it goes from there. And you drop down and it's in line with the second one. Right, that sounds fine to me. So what I'm sort of saying there, if you didn't understand it, so in line with this one here, well, it's the 3rd pole but the second thing. So basically this bit that comes from here, this is where the pole is going to be. So we're going to pop it here. There's 1 pillar and then it's 3 gap, 1 2 3 gap, 1 2 3 gap, 1 2 3. Okay, so that's, oh no, hang on, I think I've done that wrong. Okay, so that was the far side, that was the far wall, so it goes like this, it goes this way. I was sort of tripping there because I knew that there was meant to be a big gap on the end. Right, and then we'll just fill this pillar in here, which is quite nice because you don't see the pillar, if that makes sense. So like, because obviously you haven't got wallpaper in Minecraft, you can't just sort of like, you know, have, say, this sort of a block on this side and then the smooth sandstone on the other. You have to sort of deal with it all. So then like having these sort of like walls where, oh wow, this looks fine this side, and then you just have it a little bit different on this side is like the best sort of alternative to that. Obviously like when you make big houses it works, but say you were like designing the inside of that one there, you're not going to be able, you're going to have to pick a wall colour that is going to be the same for the whole way through. So like, you know, if I was to use, say, the acacia wood, like the acacia wood planks, like I have to deal with orange walls all through the house, unless you sort of like changed it up on a different wall. But like the one wall that connects it all, so if this wall was in the centre here, I have to deal with this block on this side. I hope that sort of makes sense. I mean, if you guys play Minecraft, you'll know. I'm hoping to eventually stream on Twitch. I've just got to look into it more. Like, I'm just a little bit lazy, to be fair, so I just haven't looked into it. I just know how to stream on YouTube, so I thought I'll just do a few streams on YouTube. I thought it'd be a bit better. I was meant to record a video today. I only uploaded yesterday. Just a quick little update. If you haven't seen that, guys, go check it out. It was just a little update of just like what I've been doing off camera, because I went away on holiday and I come back and I was just so busy, like I had to go back to work, and work was so busy, like work's fucked at the minute, man. Like if you live in the UK, you probably know what I do, and like you just know what's fucked about it. Like, yeah, I work in transport, so it's like I'm dealing with lorry drivers and stuff like that, and there's just a shortage of drivers, so that means all the work is just getting, the prices are going up, and it's just fucking like carnage. Just no one can get any work covered. There's just containers everywhere. Like, it's just a fucking nightmare. Right, now this looks fucked. Like, this is a very thick building for a diagonal sort of build, if that makes sense. Like, even though I'm going like this, the centre is over here, so it's going to be stupidly high. So I'm going to have to like cut it down. So I'm going to do this building here first, because obviously if you look, this goes, say, from this block here, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 here, and then 6, but this goes fucking 9. So obviously we've got like an extra 3 blocks to account with, which would mean it's an extra 3 blocks high to a certain extent. Obviously probably like 1.5 blocks because we're dealing with half slabs. So on this bit, I'm going to do them straight diagonal like that to each other. But over here, I'll make it so I like have a little sort of connector block. I think that will make it work okay, and we'll just have to deal with that. Like I said, this wouldn't happen if I wasn't building in diagonals. I hate building in diagonals, man. It's just so much effort. Okay, so we'll go like that. Yeah, so we're gonna have to build out here. So what we'll do, we'll just build all of this in, and then we'll destroy the blocks back. So reason why I stopped building over on the other side is I'll show you in a minute. Like, I've got to a point where it's just a little bit fucked. Like, it's just tough to figure out what I've got to do next, to be completely honest with you. Look, I'll quickly go and show you. But it's an absolute nightmare. So, we'll go over here. Whereabouts are we? Here you go. So this bit here. So like this is where I start dealing with some like odd heights. So like, you know, this one goes up 2 and then builds, and then obviously this is only 2 high compared to the 4 high. And then it comes over here and stuff like that. Now obviously I'm building with diagonals here and sort of curves, and then I've got the ground that curves, and then I've got like this bit here. I've got to make this all flush and perfect with each other. Those blocks are like to signal what comes over here. But then I've got a building that goes along here that I don't know the distance for. Like, it's just a really bad situation that I'm trying to build in this area. So I figured I'd get all of that sorted. I'd move around to here. There's like a massive building that has to go over there. And then I'd sort of like make my way down here. And then hopefully that can sort of like enclose the area and just give me a perfect sort of thing of where I've got to build. Like, just I know exactly what I've got to do and where I've got to do it, compared to just sort of like taking a guess and then suddenly like finding out 4 houses later that I built 3 blocks to the right too much or some stupid thing like that. We weren't doing this building. Fuck that. Right. We need to get this in. Let's just get the outer sort of half slab in, because it's always gonna stay like that. And the outer one's the only one that I can't sort of like do this sort of effect with. But hopefully that sort of makes it work. Right, so we got that. That will go there. I'm going to do a couple of these just to like make them. So I think that's how it will go. Possibly. Let's have a look. Nope. Nope. Right. Have we got a centre there? Is that right? I can't even tell. Well, it doesn't go like that, does it? Right, so it's meant to be one more along, but I think, yeah, it's a little bit fucked. It's proper fucked. Okay. So what are we going to do then? So basically, we haven't got a centre bit. So like, if I go there, the next block will have to be, if I just keep on building these. Oh shit. Building those out, build that out, build there, build there. Oh, we might be okay actually. I think that's how we're going to have to do it. So that's the sort of height we're going to be dealing with. If you don't sort of understand what's going on, you will do. So, I mean, what I can do is do what I've just done. Instead of destroying those, I can just put them on top. The only thing that happens, you get some like dark spots, like, because obviously half slabs are sort of like, they do let light through to a certain extent. I don't think it's a great deal, but it does sort of let some light through. So then like when some are letting light through and some aren't, you sort of get the weird effect. But we'll just suck it up. Right. What I tend to do is build one side first, so then I can perfectly work out that side. Yo, there's 3 people in the chat. Say what's up. Right, get these in. Like I said, I was going to keep these, so we'll just keep moving along like this. Watch one of them be Dan or something like that, and he's just going to say that he's a better builder than me or some shit like that. Just let me know if you can hear me alright, guys. If you are in the chat right now, please. Just 'cause I haven't streamed in so long. It's been a while. Been a hot minute. So if you guys don't actually follow my Instagram, that's what I shouted the stream out on. The one I shouted out on was CTK Gaming. It's in the description below. So yeah, if you wanted to check that out, that'd be greatly appreciated. I haven't posted in a while on there. I used to just post like COD things because that's obviously all I used to sort of upload when I used to do my tournaments and that. And they will be coming back, to be fair, because I do enjoy casting them. I think it's good fun. Just need to sort of figure out the stream and how I'm going to do it better. If I go on Twitch, I can sort of add a bit more of a delay because there was a load of things of like people saying, oh no, he's stream sniping and stuff like that. Just because, you know, someone made a play and knew where the player was, and like, you know, sometimes it did look a little bit bait, but other times it was just sort of like, no, the guy's got an awareness, like he knows that there is a place there that you can sit, if that makes sense. So, you know, like, is what it is, isn't it? So yeah, gonna keep on going like this. Yeah, we'll just, so like now we know that this is fine, so we can actually, we'll build the whole building like this. We'll build this bit, and obviously this is gonna affect it because it's gonna like connect into the side of it, so like it's not gonna stay this low at this point here, if that makes sense. I may just be talking gibberish to you, but you'll see what I mean in a sec. So it's not gonna stay that low, but I may as well just build it that low just so we don't get any sort of missed place blocks. I've also got my main Instagram in the description if you wanted to check that out, guys. It's got a load of like gym stuff on. That's, you know, that's my other sort of personality basically. Oh, fucking Xbox is going to sleep. So next to this building as well is like a big ass wall that like comes from here, and it separates like the sea, which will be over there, that I obviously need to get in. So I spent ages one time like digging out the sea, like literally digging it out. And then like fucking 2 weeks later, after spending so many hours digging out the sea and placing water, they fucking added like commands into Minecraft, like Bedrock or whatever, because I swear they weren't in before, and if they was, I was just fucking clueless and didn't know that they were there. But yeah, no cap, I swear they fucking like added them, and I just dug out all of this shit for nothing, because then I found out that like all I've got to do is /fill, and that's when I like sort of got a bit more like savvy with the commands. I'll actually have to show you guys the commands. I can do that on the world tour, to be fair. If you guys shout me out, get me to 200 subs, you'll see the world tour a lot sooner. But I mean, I've only been doing this for like a few weeks. I've uploaded what, like 5-6 videos since like coming back to thingy. And the reason why I'm like uploading Minecraft is because I was literally like with COD Cold War at the minute, just like it's just kind of boring. Like it's just not that fun. No one's really playing it. Not like the only people playing it are like pros, and like COD is like my other game. It's like COD and Minecraft. And I mean, I'm pretty good at COD. And I mean, I'm pretty good at Minecraft, but I do love COD. I love playing it. But I just can't play it when it's just boring as hell, you know. Hey, someone dropped me a like on the stream. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Right, let's get that in. Hopefully they'll be back. Right, we've only got one person watching currently. Let me get all of that in. Yeah, I was tempted to like also like, I don't know how you guys feel about it, or you know, you're probably like, anyone watching this is going to be relatively young. I mean, I can't imagine like some fucking 50-year-old dude watching. I mean, if you are, like, fucking props to you. But yeah, like, I guess that you're all going to be on like TikTok or something. So here you go. This is what I was talking about a second ago. I'll carry on with that in a minute. Like, if I carried on the way that I'm building right now with this like one gap, like literally it just goes up every block, like you can already see that the center is just going to be so much higher. So what I've done here is actually wrong, so I need to destroy these. But yeah, like I was tempted to like start posting on TikTok. I've done a few on TikTok, like they didn't blow up. Like, you know, it's kind of tough, especially with like gaming. Like, unless you, like, no cap, like, sorry if you're a girl out there, but shit, like the majority of the girls on TikTok just be getting their titties and arse out, and they be famous. Like, they be getting money. Like, I don't think anyone's trying to watch my TikToks with my arse out. Do you know what I mean? Like, the fuck? So, you know, like, it's a little bit harder for, like, dudes to get noticed on TikTok, I find. Like, let me know in the comments if you think any different, but, I mean, that's going to be tough to change my, you know, my just sort of opinion on it. It's kind of mad, like, really, when you think about it. Like, dead ass, like, every sort of few scrolls is, like, some fucking girl with massive tits or something, and it's just sort of like, come on, like, I mean, shit, I ain't complaining, and, you know, like, do you, because you're making that bag and getting that bread, you know, but, like, it's just sort of, like, it just makes it hard to sort of, like, look at it, and, like, even if they're making, like, £300 a month, like, shit, do that shit on the side of your job, like, you know, like, as long as you've maybe not got OnlyFans, I'm sure your job won't mind, you know what I mean? Like, you post what you want. I'm sure, like, if people could get monetized from, like, Instagram, like, some of the shit I see on Instagram, like, you know for a fact they would. Right, I don't know whether to, like, link them up like that. No, I'll probably leave them, because it's diagonal build, and I'll leave them like that. So, yeah, like, when I was posting on TikTok, I sort of thought, like, is there any point, like, am I just ever going to get anywhere? Like, you know, the best I can do is just grow the rest of my following. So, like, grow, like, you know, get a few people who are sort of like, oh shit, this guy's kind of good at Minecraft, like, I'm gonna follow him, and then, like, hopefully get them over to the YouTube, just get a few more subscribers, and you never know, like, those subscribers will turn into one day, like, or those people who follow me on TikTok will then get their friends to watch and stuff like that, you know, their brothers, sisters, whatever, their fucking nan, uncle, whatever, just, you know, whoever, and then suddenly, like, you know, I'm pulling in more viewers than I was beforehand, you know what I mean? Like, which is just, obviously, which is the goal. So yeah, my next goal is sort of like 200. I'm sure I'm going to eventually lose a load of followers, because obviously I changed up my uploading from COD to, like, Minecraft, and I was also, like, uploading a bit of, like, rugby stuff, and, like, you know, I sort of thought, I'll keep this channel, like, with all the subs, because I used to stream, like, COD on it. I'll keep that to being my gaming channel, and then I'll make a like gym channel, rugby channel, stuff like that, which I am gonna do. It's just sort of finding the time right now. I've just stopped playing rugby for a bit. Like, I'm taking a break, just because I broke my arm like 2 years ago, and then, like, I finally come back. I played like 3 rugby matches. I pulled my hamstring in training, carried on playing through it, like, which was just a bad idea, because I'm sort of, like, known for being a bit more pacey, like, compared to the majority of players, which is, like, nice, you know, like, to sort of be the fast one on the team, or a fast one on a team, but, like, I couldn't fully sprint, and then I fucking, like, went and played, like, pickup for a team, like, they needed players, and I was sort of like, yeah, I ain't doing anything on this Saturday, so let's go. I went out there. Awful conditions, like, it was like a waterlogged pitch. If you don't know what that means, like, if you never played sport before, like, basically it was just like there was puddles on the field, and, like, that's just a bad thing. Like, even in football, like, just like if you're American or whatever, in soccer, like, that's bad, because, like, you get tackled into the ground and there's, like, 4 people on top of you, or a scrum falls or whatever, and, like, you fall down into this puddle and people are on you, and, like, you know, the majority of the players playing rugby are gonna be, like, fat old men, no cap, like. And if they can't get up very fast, like, you're pretty much drowning there, man. Like, you could literally die. Like, I'm pretty sure there's, like, some stories out there of people actually died, like, in a waterlogged pitch. And, like, not even just that like, went wrong. Obviously, I didn't fucking drown. Like, I'm here now. But, like, I went in for a jackal, which basically means, like, if I'm the first person in the ruck, I can get over it, put my hands on the ball. So I was first person in the ruck. Bam, I'm trying to jackal the ball, which basically, like, I'm just trying to get the ball for my team. I'm trying to take it, and, like, I went to get it, and then this guy come into the ruck, and he sort of twisted me out of it, and my foot slipped into the mud. Like, I was sort of spread, my whole base and centre of gravity was spread so wide, my foot slipped, like, you know, when you pull your groin or something, and from, like, it slipping, my foot then suddenly stopped. I kept moving and bam, snapped my ankle. Like, it was awful. Like, fucking worst thing ever. I'm just laying on this cold, wet pitch while it's raining with a broken ankle. Like, it was twisted out. It's on my Instagram. Like, it's fucking dirty, man. Like, it was big as hell. So I was like, I played like 3 games and that was one of them. And then, like, I was meant to have like trials and stuff like that to like play for a higher team. Or not a higher team, but it's like a team on the side of the team that I was playing for, which like was pretty good. Like, I was looking forward to it. And yeah, but obviously that had to fall through because I broke my ankle. Then we had lockdown, so like I couldn't go to the gym and that, which was sort of like a blessing in disguise. Like, I did enjoy sort of not gymming. I need to actually do something while I'm explaining this. I'll probably build this roof. I did sort of enjoy like not gymming, and me and my friend, it was actually Dan, who I was talking about earlier, who probably come in the chat and say that he's better at building than me when he's like literally not. He doesn't even play Minecraft as far as I know. But yeah, he started like gymming with me, but we were like going over the rugby field, and we were like getting tackle bags out and like flipping them, flipping tyres, stuff like that. So it was like a big change up from like my powerlifting sort of background, because that's what I'd done before breaking my arm, and I'm slowly moving back into it now. Like, that's why I'm taking a break from like rugby. I'm just gonna try and get back into shape. Like, before breaking my arm, I was like in pretty good shape, like deadlifting 220 kilos and benching 140. Since my bench has gone up, but like when pulled my hamstring and that, my deadlift and squat have just not gotten to the same position, because it's like I'll go for a heavy squat and then it means I can't go to training that week because like my legs are just fried, and that's how I like pulled my hamstring. Like, when I hit a heavy leg session, went and played rugby, went for a sprint, and bam, pulled my hamstring. So it's like I just don't want to risk that shit. So I thought, nah, I'll get myself back into good shape and then I'll go back like next year. Because like what made me sort of decide to do it as well is I'm playing American football, like in the off season for rugby. Like, it's my first season back, and I pulled my hamstring there, but it weren't like proper hamstring. It was like the tendon behind my knee. It's like, I'm just injury prone as hell, man. Like, it's fucking shit. But yeah, there's my little rant about my body being fucked. Like, I'm old as shit. I've got a daughter now. I need to, like, you know, my girlfriend keeps saying, oh, you need to be careful. Nah, you're alright. I'll be fine. I won't die. Like, probably will. No, my luck. But yeah, I mean, I'm doing good other than that. Let me just get this shit sorted. So like, there's chimneys and stuff that I've got to sort of add, but they can be added at like a later date when I come through here. And sort of like, because obviously like the whole floor, this isn't all just going to be sand. Like, a bit of it is going to be like grass. It's going to be sort of like spread a little bit, like the sand's gone over the grass, you know, like imagine if you just like shoveled up some like sand and threw it onto some grass. Like, the sand's going to go through and sort of still show grass, but it's going to have a bit of sand. So like, I try and get that effect in Minecraft. Like, I can show you in a bit. Like, we'll go over that way somewhere. Just get a drink. Cool. Right. So obviously I haven't filled in this building just yet. What are we doing? We'll quickly finish this roof because that's pretty easy. Yeah, so go from here. So the reason why I built this house before like this is because I needed to see how it sort of like landed, or, you know, how it's sort of structured with this. So like, in the game, it does line up with this. Like, this pillar here does line up with this. And obviously if I'd done it how it was, when it like finished here, it wouldn't line up over there, if that makes sense. So like, I had to sort of like figure out if that worked, if it was the right sort of dimensions, basically. So like, right now, like, this is a little bit chalked. Like, the roof sort of design is a little bit fucked, because obviously this top thing is just going to be completely wrong. So I think what I'm destroying, I might have to just put back in there just to make it look a bit better. So yeah, we'll just put these in there. It's still going to look a bit shit, you know, like, maybe I can do the same for the other side here. Shit. And then it's just one sort of, yeah, that, I mean, that's probably like the best option. But I mean, it's not like it's going to make or break the map, do you know what I mean, like I said. So I don't think anyone's going to come up here and be like, ooh, he fucked up here. Like, probably some of you will, like, I mean, I bet a load of you got a keen eye, you know what I mean? Like, I can just feel it already. Like, everything's just going to get judged. Like, you missed a block, you fucked up, you done the wrong dimensions. Like, some shit like that in the comments. Like, fuck. Right. Next up, these go halfway up. I can finish this. Boom, boom. Do that. So I was just gonna like stream until my girlfriend got back from her family's, but I think she's gonna be a little bit later because she's going for dinner there. Like she's actually staying for dinner. So like I may just end the stream after like a few hours. Just like so it's not a massive like long stream, but you know it's decent enough. It's decent. So we'll get these in, and then we gotta get this orange in as well. So I find it real tough to like build roofs, especially on like a diagonal. Like it just don't come out right, especially when working with like half slabs. If you're working with like full thingies that like full blocks or stairs, they work a lot better. But yeah, like, see this is like coming along quite nice. So like I think like over there's like on this bit here there's actually meant to be like a balcony that comes off here and you can sort of stand on, and then there's meant to be a smaller balcony up on this bit. So like, you know, when you come through here and like get that sort of depth added, it will sort of add to the feel a bit more, but for now it works quite nice. Hey, check this out. Like I'm gonna do like a tips or tricks video, I think, for Minecraft, which sounds stupid, but like you get these little dots, and if like, you know, say for example like I was like climbing up here or something like that, and you spot these, it's like, oh shit, it's like some nails are in the board. Like, I mean, I think that does alright, you know what I mean? Like, it's not too bad. Right, so next thing is, if we drop down the back here, there's actually some palm trees, like, dead in the centre. How am I going to do it? That's a pretty tall palm tree, sheesh. Well, there's actually meant to be a fucking chimney on this wall right here. But I don't particularly know if I want to build it. Like, it's not... Like, again, it's not going to make or break the thing, and it's building on a diagonal, so it's kind of, like, disgusting, you know? Like, no one wants to build on a diagonal. Fuck diagonals. But there, looks like a good place to build a palm tree. So what I'm going to do, I use this, like, the full block of it, because then, like, when you, like, what I do for the curves of the palm tree is like that. So, like, you sort of, like, don't just see the random block. Do you know what I mean? But we'll make it, like, it's relatively tall. So we'll bring it down one more. And we'll just see what sort of a bend it has. It doesn't really have a bend, this one. Like, some of them bend a lot more than others in the game. So, if we go from here... I mean, I think that looks alright. How tall is it? It's a lot taller than this house. So, like, maybe one more will do. We'll have it, like, just bending, like, it's sort of arching over that way. Go, like... either side of it. Right. Let me just move this mic a bit closer. Hopefully the sound's alright for you guys. I don't want to sort of like turn my phone on and then have to check the sound there. Right, so this is how I build the palm trees. I've got two sort of ways of doing it. These ones are like not as droopy. They're like a lot more out and alive, and then I've got some like a droopy one. It just sort of like adds to the feel, like just so it doesn't look like I've just copy and pasted palm trees everywhere, which, like, you know, I could do in theory, but I'd rather not. Like, I want to add it up, and then obviously I add some cocoa beans to it, just to add, like, I add cocoa beans to like only a few because it adds to the feel, but it doesn't add too much. Like, where the fuck are the cocoa beans? Am I tripping? Yeah, I don't want to like add too many, because then obviously it's just sort of like, oh, that's got cocoa beans. Like, you know, it's just, you don't really like notice it if they're always there. But like sometimes, like if I just add a few in, like here and there, like then when you do see them, like you sort of see them and it just stands out a lot more. So like there, like if you're running through here, you'll see that. But obviously if I had it on every single one, you just eventually get used to it and you won't see it, if that makes sense. So hold up, let me just refresh the stream real quick, just see how it's looking on the computer. I mean, I like the thumbnail, to be fair. I don't know what you guys think, but like I tried to keep my thumbnails all looking like relatively like the same. I don't want to put too much time into them. Like, it sounds stupid, obviously, like the more time I put in, the more viewers I might get and stuff like that. But like I'm just trying to like do this as a bit of fun and just document it, because like, I've built so much on this map without documenting it, and it'd just be like so cool. I just thought like if I started it from the beginning when I done Havana, like if I built from then on YouTube, like it'd just be so cool to have like have people be able to like sign in, be like episode 1 of Havana, and just see how like where it was. Like I can literally show you where I started building, and like it's just developed so much from there. Like you can like already see like just loading it in. It goes so fucking far, man. Like this, I thought this was like the halfway point, dead ass, but it's actually like even further. But like coming here, like I like how these buildings like they're just so unique. Like obviously, this building I built before, that building I built before, this one I built before. Like I built them all before, but like just how it's sort of like it's enclosed, and like the way that it's just like made is just so nice, and like that needs to be sorted. Like the fuck what was I thinking? I ain't trying to hit my head, like even though it is hanging from a chain. Sort your shit out, motherfucker. Fuck is wrong with me? Yeah, a little chair. Cool. Wheelbarrow. Like that's kind of fire. Like yeah, I'll add this shit in my tips and tricks, you know, like I feel like that's kind of cool. So yeah, look, here you go. This is what I was talking about with the sand and the and you know, so sort of like, you know, there was meant to be like a full bit of grass there, and I could do it curved and stuff like that, like curved around here, but then I add these little bits where the grass is out and the sand is inside where the grass would be, just to add like, you know, when the wind blows, a little bit of sand goes over the top of it. I just sort of think it adds to the feels of the map, do you know what I mean? So yeah, and coming around here, it's nice, you can get your berries and that. So like what I was talking about was obviously if you adventure, you get to these sort of areas that aren't as like, you know, heavily dense streets, you know, like this street, you know, it's an actual street in it, compared to like coming around the back of this building here, and you've got some berries that you can sort of like just quickly get, just to add like get some extra food, you know. So like here is just like completely different. You can see like these buildings are just like they don't get built anywhere else like besides this like front bit here. So it's like and I built it like perfect, like this is literally what it was. Like I didn't even like try to make it good. I just literally built it exactly how it was, and for some reason the fucking door was up there. So like I mean I'm doing what it says. I need to come back through here with like normal bricks and like sort of make this look a lot better. Add some like, you know, like this whatever it is, the fucking mossy ones as well. I use this like warp sort of like thing on the side. Like I think it just looks like a sort of like a beam, but it was like blue. But I didn't want to use this like the actual planks. I just didn't think it looked as good. But like here you go. And obviously if I add some like normal stuff in there, I mean I could change this sort of thing up. Like what have I got over here? Here you go. So I started using this cobbled deep slate from like when it come out, and like I sort of like it, so I might add that in here quick. Like so obviously I built this shit ages ago. I built it before 1.17 actually come out. Like it was months ago now. I wouldn't even be able to tell you. Like I could probably go back to like my first save of the map, but that probably wouldn't even do it justice either. Right, so yeah, I'm just getting this in just to make it all like a bit more uniform. Like obviously some places their like stairs are a little bit lighter than others, but like I just sort of want to make it all the same. Like, and I just wanted to use that cobbled deep slate. It was literally like I was using cobblestone beforehand, but I used the cobbled deep slate just as an excuse to have it. I've got these cool little fucking like Savvy Cohen Sons weapons. I think that's dope. Like that's meant to be if I get an iron frame, because I can't be asked to destroy that. There's meant to be one. No. Oh, you can put them upside down and shit, man. Didn't know that shit. Yeah, there's meant to be one there as well, like a little sign sort of thing like that. And then like round the back here I use the things. Like I think this just looks dope, like how I've done it. And obviously like it probably would look better if I used the glowing ones, like the glowing item frame. But what I'm sort of saving them for is like if I had to put something in an item frame that you needed, like for the like story mode, I'd put it in a glowing one. So I need to sort of like update the tutorials in the actual sort of thing, in the story mode bit. So yeah, coming through here, like this is where I first started. I literally built this beach and like this thing. I literally started like my first block must have been like one of these dead ass, and like I've used a lot of like the cracked stone brick because that's what it sort of like looked like at the time. But I sort of thought like there's no point just having it all one brick. Like if I can try and make it like a bit chop and changey, so like I have to come back through here and like design it a bit better. But yeah, this is like where I started, and then like I literally I built up to about there, like that bridge here is where I built, and then I sort of like come back through here, and then back over here, built all of that, come back around, built that, built all of these here, and then I come over here. Like I done it in a really weird way, but like, you know, I had to get it all perfect, so I couldn't build this house here without building this one here, because obviously it had to be flush with that. Like it had to be, like, this post is in line with that like bit in the game. Does that make sense? Like you must understand, like that's sort of what we're getting with. I need to buy a new Elgato, dead ass. Like if I'm gonna be carrying on like YouTube and that, yo, check this shit out. Like shit, man, I got ADHD or something. Like what the fuck? I'm just going from one thing to another. So yeah, like I got get a new Elgato, because if I'm gonna carry on with this, I need to like update my like setup, because I've got like nice everything. I got like BenQs, 1 millisecond response time. Like I got all the good shit, and then I just got some dead out like old Elgato, man. I bought that shit when I was like 17, man. So like it is outdated as hell. So here you go. You got the Savico again. Like again, there's meant to be a little sign there, but like I can't be asked to add it for this one. Got a little market area here where I've added some things. So you got like a swiftness potion there. You got some like the food. So like if you actually explore and come to this spot, this is meant to be like a bird cage, by the way. Like I sort of thought that looks kind of cool. Yeah, if you come to this spot, like you can sort of get in, like get these places. So I mean, I should put something on these, but I don't even know if you can. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, see, you can get some armor if you haven't got any. But I think at the time that you get here, like in the story mode, I have done the first level of the story mode, or first two. You do have armor, so you don't really need the leather armor, but I mean it's probably safe to like pick it up, because there's not really a place that you can like get new armor. You just have to repair it, so you have to actually like keep an eye on what it is. Like in the Unity area, because you got like an assassin's base, you technically do join the assassins. I've got an actual a repair place, and like a bit where you can actually like find new like armor. But in this place, I haven't done one yet, and like I don't think I can do one, because the story mode doesn't sort of like, you know, it doesn't really have one. Neither does Unity, but you know at the same time it sort of like does. It's just not really known. Let me just put this window in real quick. There you go. I'll put them in there like that. So like, I've recently done this area here. Like literally today, I've been working over here. So I built this last night, and yesterday. This pink building's the one that my little brother built. And then I built all of that, and then come around here, built all of these, and then I built this wall. And there's like a fat mansion there, and that's like the governor's mansion, which is like kind of dope, because like this is the entrance to it, and this is where like one of the like levels is. You're meant to be meeting the governor, so like you come to this gate, you speak to a guy, like it's kind of like sick. Like it's just dope. And then you like walk along here, and this will be like all done with like bushes and stuff like that. Like it won't look amazing, but like it just, the foliage is just so sick to like, especially like, that's the reason why I come over and start building in the Black Flag area, is because like literally it's so much like nicer to sometimes, like even though I'm obviously building all these heights and stuff, like which is hard to sort of do, it's just nice to be able to like not like just building grey bricks all the time. Like obviously I've done a lot in grey brick, but like compared to like all these colours, and then like the plants that you can place in that, like it's just different, man. So like I took a break from Unity. I've literally got like one building to finish, like one main building, which is like the Templars temple, and then I'm done, and then I just got to add the story mode to that, and then I'm pretty much done with it. I've still got loads of editing to do with the story mode, like where pressure plates don't work, like because I fucked up the redstone or something, so I've got to go back through and sort of like fix it. So like that just comes with like people playtesting. What the fuck have I done here? See, like this is the, what like nice when like just flying through, like you can find the bits that you fucked up on. But yeah, so next up over here, we built this. We're meant to have some like fucking sand here, so I don't really know how we're gonna do it. We may just have to like, probably gonna have to like place the sand like manually for this bit. So like if I do that, come across here, that may do. That may do. Actually, do you know fucking what? Let's just fucking go from here. We'll go How am I going to do it? What block is this? It's 2. So if we go here and we go slash fill like that, and then 2 like that, and then we fly it over here, it will save us placing so many more things. So we've been streaming like close to an hour and 15 maybe. So if I just do this shit, sand, it's gonna place all that. Boom. Yeah, we've been streaming for like an hour and 15 minutes now. So like I'll go for another like 45 or so. So eventually somewhere here, there you go. So this is like where the sand, obviously it does a big square. So this is where the sand has like sort of come in and taken over this bit. So we just got to fill this in. I thought it'd be better than placing sand out there to not place it like it in here. I thought this will work a lot better and we'll place a lot less blocks. Did I put a... yeah, I did put a barrier in there. Cool. But yeah, I also had an idea of like a little series on here is to like play through on my map on the thing. Hopefully once I get it all working like a lot better, so like there's not going to be as many fuck ups. Like the first few levels are pretty much there now because obviously every time that something goes wrong in them I can remember that and like I just get it done like straight away. But the rest of the levels, like, you know, the newer ones that I built, for example, like you get onto them and then it's just like everything's fucked, man. Like it's just like, did I even try when I built this? Like what the fuck was I doing? Did I have like half an arm or something? Like what was I doing? So like, you know, that's why I try and take breaks like as regularly as possible so I'm not making like shit like decisions and like building just shit things. Like it sounds stupid, like some of these things may look shit to you guys, but like I try to not make shit things, if that makes sense. So like when you work for too long, you're sort of like blown out and you're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna place this block here, and you make bad decisions. Like, you know, where I've now extended this out, that like this is perfectly how the map is, but like before I'd have just left it. Do you know what I mean? Like if I was tired, I'd just been like, yeah, I'd just build that shit. I ain't building it again. Do you know what I mean? So next we got to build a little well, so I've just got to think how far out it goes. So maybe we'll do it like here. It's like a 2x2 well, like that. How much space have we got here? Maybe like 3 blocks. Like, I'm sure that'll be okay. Yeah, that'll be fine. Fuck it. It's not like, again, not make or break. So what we've got to do, it's not going to be that deep, but we could just put the sandstone in like that. Or we could use like podzol. The reason why I use podzol is because it looks a lot more like wet mud. Does that make sense? Like, so I just think it works a lot better. Let me just get this shit gone. Yeah, so like I would use sand, but obviously, like for reasons we all know. Oh shit, it didn't even fall. I mean, I feel like it would. Do you know what I mean? Like, fuck. I feel like that could fall at one point, do you know what I mean? I don't know if I want to, like... I don't know how Minecraft sort of works with that sort of thing, so we're not going to fuck with it, so we're just going to literally leave it as podzol. But I would use sand usually on, like, the ones that I'm not as low down on. So we're just going to fill this shit up like that. And then we'll add, like, a thing there. And then we'll add a post there, like that. And I mean, there's nothing I can really hang on it. I can hang like a bell, which could like resemble the thing, but like it obviously looks way too much like a bell. And I could hang like a fucking, what's it called? Like a cauldron or something, but it's just far too big. Like, shit, we need a bucket. We need a bucket to hang from that shit, man. Right. Like here, now, like I said, there was a big ass wall that comes along here, but we don't know how far away it goes. So we need to build the rest of these buildings over here to sort of gather the dimensions, if that makes sense. So like if I build it just like far too close, like if I built it on this diagonal here, that could be far too close and we can't get building in, and then we'd have to redo the whole wall if we wanted to get that building in. And obviously we do want to get that building in to make sure it's all good to go. We'll come back through here and build like the windows and stuff like that. Like there's a window here and there's a door here, like, and I know which ones they are. There's like a blue door there, which is kind of cool because they added the blue doors in the last update, but we won't do that just yet. However, like we know Well, I know because I'm looking at the screen. Where the fuck are the stone brick? Here you go. And then we'll get this shit. No, that shit. Get out of there. And it attaches on there. I mean, it could attach there, or we could have it there. Like, I sort of like that, because then it's like that's how the gap sort of actually works. Like, there's a bit there, but then I don't know. I think that looks a bit better because it's a lot like smoother. If we go like that, that's probably how far out it goes. Do that, and then that, like that. So that's where the wall, like this start of a wall would go. How far out? That looks about right, to be fair. Obviously it's a bit weird because like it doesn't, like this is obviously a diagonal, and in the game it doesn't follow that diagonal. It sort of like rears off a bit, like it'd probably go like that in game, but I don't want to do that because it just looks messy. So I try and work on like my sort of terms of a diagonal as much as I can if I am building on a diagonal. Right, next up is going to be the buildings next to these. So what I'm going to do is find out where they sort of like insert. So the first one is like a big building. Have I got any examples? I mean, we're probably going to have to, I could probably just fucking copy and paste it. So like, I think I've got it on my structure block here. But what it is the pillars. There's pillars, and they're going to be on this block here. So we're at -1685 on the z-axis. So we can like just fly back and find -1685. So that's where it's going to sort of sit. So like here, we're going to be moving this. So I think it's called pillars. So I don't know if I spelled it right. There you go. Yeah, cool. Alright, so that's what we're sort of dealing with. Obviously, we've got to turn it 90 degrees. So let's turn it 90. Let me cop that bad boy. Get rid of that one. Okay, so that's what we're sort of looking at. Where does this insert? So probably have to go one more like there. Obviously, this could be 90 degrees and the pillars could be this side when the pillars are meant to be that side. So we'll just see. We'll just load it up and see what it looks like. So yeah, there you go. There was my suspicion of it being fucked. How does this want to go down then? Let's have a little look. It looks as though that post. Okay, so it'd be 1, 2, 3. So we need to turn it 270, but we also need to move it a lot more. So what we've got, so if I just go /fill, and then I'll come up here and I'll just do it like this. So we get rid of it, basically. Right, but we know where the outline is because it's obviously there. What we're dealing with is along this straight here, there's going to be pillars. So we need this, come here, and this, right. And it looks as though it's going to be like that. Right. That's what it sort of looks like. And then the pillars go along from there. And this one will start. Okay, that's not too bad. Hang on. We might be able to make this even easier for us. So, like I was just saying, I was like trying to get the dimensions right. So, what we're doing, basically, this bit here is in line with the end of this building. But, just in case that fails, we need to check something else. So, there's another bit that I know will work perfectly. This bit here is in line with a bit over here, right? Now the bit over here we need to figure out where that's in line with. So that is in line with here, which I believe, yeah, it will attach onto this bit. So if we build from here, if I get the actual blocks, get them saved like that, go like that. Okay, so we'll go from there. This is obviously gonna, yeah, right, so we're building this building here, so this sort of a blue one, like that, get those, cool, we're building that in line with this, okay, so what we've got to deal with is this is obviously going to be where it is, so how does it go? It's like 1, 2, 3, and it's a 1, 2, 3, for example, like that. And then we'll go off of there, which isn't going to work here. So we need it to go back, say maybe 2 more. pop it there. Boom, 1, 2, 3, and then there, perfect. So now this building, it's in line with there. I hope so. I hope that's where it's going to be. Yeah, it's in line with there. Which would then go 1, 2, 3 like that. That goes to there, boom. Cool, so that's where the door will sort of go. And then the building will go from here. So just to make sure we've got it also being placed far enough out, we need to build another building. So the next building next to this one is 5. So I've built this one before, but I haven't got it on structure block because it's like an easy building to build. So when I say 5, I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have pillars there, like that. We need the chiseled sandstone, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Build that up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're just getting in the outline basically. Like, it's pretty easy and simple. And then the distance that we've got is, we've got like, this is where it's going to be a little bit tough. So what I'm going to do is, if I actually place it here, we'll go load, and I think it's called yellow. Okay, so there's the yellow, and I think if I just like, fuck it, load it in. Okay, so wait, that's the pillars that I was meant to have. Shit. Okay. I remember what it's called. So there we go. We got yellow, which is the pillars that we want. Right, so those are the pillars. That's what's going to go over there. So we already know that that's the right way. So yellow works the right way. Okay, so I know what it's called. It's called arch. So if we go here, we'll go arch. And it's, the arch is obviously, it looks like it's going to be that way. So if we place it in, okay, so the arch is facing the right way, which is perfect. Okay, so like there, that's the distance that we've got. So now we know if we just fill here, slash fill that bit. Oh shit. Slash fill there, and then we just come up here and we just fill here. Just saves me destroying all of those blocks. Cool. Get rid of them. Get rid of that. Okay, so there. So what I mean is now there's a building that will build along here. So the building that we will build along here is, where the fuck is my pillars? Okay, we'll get some pillars here. It's also another yellow one. So like what I'm gonna do is I'll use a darker yellow so it like contrasts a little bit better. So like here, 1, 2, 3, and then it goes 1, 2, 3, and then it goes 1, 2, 3. Places there. All right, and then we've got fucking. It looks like 8 blocks of like this white, and the white is also paired with this. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is obviously like fucking pretty shit. But like basically what it is it's a building. It's this building. So like this building usually is 4 along. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So like that bit wouldn't be there, if that makes sense. So that's what we built here. But then it's 2 of them, and one door is this side, and the other door is going to be on the other side of the building, if that makes sense. So it goes like that, and then the pillar gets placed. So the pillar that we was working with beforehand will then go here, which we will place, and we obviously know that it's called yellow and it faces the right way. So load, and we'll load yellow. Right, so let me just fucking steal that. So obviously, where does that take us out to? Takes us out to there. So we do need to come back. So if we go back there, that may just take the front of the building as well with it. So we might be okay. So the pillars, yeah, so the pillar, it comes back 2 blocks. Right, so what we can do in that case is give ourselves a little bit more like room if we bring it out 1 more. So if we just go slash fill. So I hope you guys can sort of like follow my thought process here. If you couldn't, I apologise. But yeah, so like what we're gonna do now is like it was 2 out, weren't it? So obviously there. So we want the pillar to be in line with here because that's how it was. It was on the -1685. So now if we place it here, load, we're here. It gives us this gap where we can sort of like, if we grab this pillar, give me the fucking pillar. We build all the way up. Get rid of this shit, because obviously that's I've copy and pasted this from like a different building. Like that. I just rename random things. Like I got one that I renamed earlier, and it was just called fucking what was it called? 2. Like I didn't even know. I just called it 2, like for some random reason. So then like I think that just looks a little bit better. Now it's really weird. I can't get my head around this, but like literally the game developers made this sort of archway, right? And they've made a big ass door. Like, oh shit, look, this opens up. But then it's like it actually in the game would stop here. Like we wouldn't have had these 2 blocks. Like the game stops there, which is where the fucking door is. So like unless we open up into this building, it just makes no sense. And you can obviously just tell like. You can tell building it that it's just for show, but it's just like it's just funny to me, like really, like I just like it's just a laugh really. So we'll build that in. Like we'll probably have to fill that with grass eventually or sand, whatever. So if we just build this out, we'll just fill it in just in case we don't know what's going here. And right, okay, so that's a good start. So we can obviously like come back here and like make sure it's all flush once we've got the rest of the buildings in. Just because now we have to make sure that everything else fits okay. So, like, how far does this go out? Goes out to pretty much a good spot. Like, it's not going to fucking ruin us. So, like, this is 4. That's not too bad. Like, we'll just get the pillars in. So, if we grab the pillars, and then we need these thingies. Perfect. We'll go like that. 1, 2, 3. Like that. And then it goes up 3. And then like that. So it's like this is always on the 5th block. So we're going over now. So what it is am I going to leave 4 or do I want to leave 3? Very tough question. So what I mean is like if I leave 3, I could do it like that and have it like that. But if I left 4, then I would have like a bit more of a like, bigger arch. So I might just leave 4 just for the sake of like why not? It doesn't look like it. Well, the only thing that it could fuck is the other side. So, like, if we come here, and what we've got is. So this comes back. So what we're going to now do to figure out whether we want to do 3 or 4, we've got to figure out the rest of this, right? So if we come here, we're going to fill this bit in, fill those in. We got to put the pillars in. So does the pillar go up here as well? No, it doesn't. It's one big flat sort of thing. So the next pillar's here, and that goes all the way up. Perfect, like that. If we just bring that across, and then that makes that a little bit higher, doesn't it? What are we dealing with? Okay, so that's perfect. So that's 9 now compared to what it was before, which was like fucking 5 or something, or 7, whatever it was. Cool. So, I don't know how this roof is actually meant to go. Actually, it looks as though it's going to be flat, so I don't even need to do this. But, either way, we'll just destroy that, and then we'll deal with it later. We'll just slash fill it. So, yeah, we filled that in. Fill this bit in. And then what we've got to do is make sure that these bits work, okay? So, like, what we've got is this pillar. It goes 1, 2, 3. Then the one in the middle. 1, 2, 3. Boom. So, it's 9. So that means we've got a centre block when we're building the roof. So obviously if like, you know, here when I was talking about 9, it means we've got the centre block to build the roof. So then that goes flush with this. And now we just got to see if these actually like match up perfectly. Right, well we need to fill this in obviously. We only need to fill in the one side because obviously this bit is going to be blocked by the white building. So we'll just get this in pretty easily. Right, that'll do for now. We'll fill that in because that is going to need filling in. We need a grey block. Where's the grey block? There it is. And then this goes up 4 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've gone up 5 there, and I've missed this bottom bit. Fucking nightmare. Boom. We'll grab that. Go along like that. See, like, what I could do here to show that these are different buildings is I could do that. I think that'll look alright. Because then all you can sort of see when you come up to it is, like, that's the sort of thing that's, like, differentiating between the two. Like, I mean, I could do obviously other things and like make them different buildings, like not have them both be in this white. I could make them a lot different, but we'll keep it like the same for now. Like it's just how the game is. So like sometimes I may deviate from making it 1-to-1 scale and perfect to make it look better, if that makes sense. Like we want it to obviously look good. That's why I've done different yellows here. We wouldn't want the whole yellow, it'd just be too bright. So like now we've sort of broken it up with a different coloured yellow. God, my voice is starting to hurt from talking so much. I don't usually fucking talk. I just sit here and fucking whistle or something. And boom, get that across. Get these pillars in again. See, like I know how to build these buildings now because I've literally done so many of them. So like they are obviously at the perfect height. We'll just get these in. This back bit doesn't actually have these pillars, to be fair. I only used them for like the size sort of measurements. So yeah, this is just going to be filled in all the way like this. And then obviously it has this little border block. I literally kept all of the border blocks, like that wood to the left on the white and grey building, and then this chiselled sandstone, just to keep it like uniform. And I think it looks alright. Like there's not many times that you'll use the chiselled sandstone, so like especially in a place like this, I thought just a little bit of detailing on the borders can go a long way, and I like it. So yeah, you'll obviously see the title of this is like biggest Xbox map. When you guys see the world tour, like you'll understand. Go check out like some of the updates. Like the newest one will probably be like, well, there'll be my first one, the first video that I uploaded on the channel like ages and ages ago. That'll be like the main sort of one, but I've obviously since updated it. I uploaded that maybe like 2-3 years now, I'm not sure. So I've updated that a lot since, and then I've got the return video, which has got like a little montage at the beginning of like updates and stuff, so you'll see like before and afters. Like one, for example, that jumps to mind is I was building in an area, and basically like I said, when I got bored of like building Unity, I just went off and built random shit. So I built like trees and stuff like that. So I built like all of these trees and like just fucking had a blast doing that, and then ended up having to destroy these trees because I needed more room to build fucking like actual buildings for the story mode. So like I literally had to destroy them all and place blocks over them, and it's like a little transformation from like those blocks being there to then not being there, and then houses being over top of them, which is like kind of cool. Obviously it's like a little sort of like glow up and before and after. I sort of like it. Oh shit, let me fucking do that shit. Cool. Yeah, I sort of like that. It's nice to sort of see. But like, yeah, I'm hoping like if you guys could go and follow my Instagram and that, I'm hopefully going to be posting on there like a lot more just about the Minecraft and stuff like that. Like I think, and like that and TikTok, I feel like I could get a fair few followers out of it, which would be nice because I do want to hit that 200, and I do want to like do the world tour. So I think it'd be really nice. The only thing with the world tour is it's going to be so like long. Like you see like IBX Toy Cat's world tours. And like obviously his is survival and it's just massive, and he's done so many weird shit like draining oceans and fucking putting ice over the nether and stuff. These are just things that jump to mind like straight away, and it's just like, what the fuck, like what is wrong with you, man? Like why would you do that? And then it's just like his world tours just take so long like to fucking do. So I'm just flying over here now. So like you got this building here that we pretty much just copy and pasted from. I need to find like the same building I'm building. So here you go. So like this is what we're going to be building on the other side, but it's not there. I need to find one that is the same so I can figure out how I want to do it. For a fuck's sake, where is it? See, like, I've got loads of these ones, I've got none of the others. I know where one is if I don't see one on the way. There's one over here somewhere in the new builds that I built like the other day. I probably fucking missed one now. Where did I do one last? Is it here? Yeah, it's here. Ah, perfect. Right. So, yeah, I do the pillars all the way to the top. So that's literally all I was, like, checking. I just want to try and keep it uniform. Like, I've had so many times where I just haven't. Like, here's, like, kind of cool. I used the chain, like, in between. Like, I think it just adds a little bit of detail. But I haven't done that since. Like, do you know what I mean? You just forget about those things. But it'd be nice to sort of come through. Maybe it, like, makes all the buildings a little bit more unique than they actually are. Like, because obviously you'll probably... But I don't know, maybe when people are running through here, they won't also notice that the buildings are, like, duplicates. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like if you're running through here with, like, the intent of going to do a mission, you're not going to run and be like, oh, I've seen that house 5 times now. Like, do you know what I mean? I feel like maybe it's just not going to be that sort of, you know, like, the majority of the people who are playing aren't going to be that way inclined. So, maybe it won't make a difference, but for my personal OCD sake, it will make a difference. So, my phone's on low power. Let me get that in. We can't do that one yet. So, yeah, now we need to work this out. So, what have we got? What we'll do is now we'll use pillars. So, I try and use the white pillars instead of the sandstone one, because we've already got a load of sandstone here, everywhere. Here, there, and everywhere. So, these are actually out, like, we leave a 3 gaps, 1, 2, 3, and then we have it out on the 4th block. So, we've got 1 on the end here, like that. It has a 3 gap there, a 3 gap there, and then, yeah, so, like, what you can see already is this, like, sort of already overlapping there. So, because what it is like when we come out, so those sort of like where the iron bars are, they go there as well. So obviously if we wanted that to fit and be perfect, we need to have a little look and change up what we're doing. We just don't have enough going this way because I want to leave 3 gaps. So what I might have to do, that won't work. Maybe if I do just go like that, and then I could do 2 and a 3, or I could just take that out and put a pillar in there. That could work. So maybe if I put this pillar in here, because I'll do it here anyway. Like, so this is like how it may sound like stupid right now, but this is like the same sort of thing. So like, I'll have that there. Maybe that will work, and then I just like go from there. I feel like that will just do fine. Do you know what I mean? Like, we'll see how it goes. But now we've got to see the other side and see how far away that goes. So let me go from this building and we'll see what's next to us. So the building next to us is a very odd one, but it does look like it's going to be... Is that 3? We'll work it out. Okay, so what we're using now is these blocks here. I probably got rid of the wrong one. Oh well, we'll just grab this. Okay, so next to us is, you're going to come out from there. It's going to be about there. We've got 1 pillar. Like that. If we were to do that, and we'll go 2 there. 3, 3. And then it's like, where's our sandstone? We'll get sandstone from there. And then we got like a 3 sort of. 1, 2, 3, like that. Maybe if we'll double it up, we'll make it 4. So we've got that sort of a distance that we're working with. And then we don't really need to do the corner, because we know that that's the end of the building right here. So if we just literally build this out like that, is that how it'll go? No, it'll sort of like go here, won't it? Because then that will obviously come along here like that. But then the next building, we'll build the next building just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure I know how it will go. But the reason why we're only building like literally 1 layer on each one is because we've got to make sure it goes alright. Okay, so the next one, a bit of a weird one. Let me just hop up onto it in the game. Sorry if I'm talking like, and it's not really coming through, it's because I've got my head turned and I'm talking. So like obviously the sound waves are going the wrong way, so that goes from there. Yeah, I think we've done it right, so we'll see how it goes. So what it is if we were to then leave the 4 like we want to, like there, we'll leave the 4, do that. I think it then goes 3 there, so if we hop back inside of here, looks like it's got another, like that. Like that. Okay, so that works perfectly. Like, that is exactly perfect. What it is a 4 gap there, 3 gap there, 4 gap there. The reason why I can tell they're 4 gaps and they're a little bit bigger is because the arch is a bit bigger in the game, and it's got like a blue sort of trim, and you can sort of like, you can see it. It's not that drastic, but like, it's there. Do you know what I mean? So this sort of works perfectly besides this little pillar over here, which is a little bit annoying. But that's just the distance that we've got to sort of deal with. The only way that I could make that change is if we extended this building out one more. So like what we would do is make the centre one 5 wide, if that makes sense, because then obviously it moves everything. Now I'm tempted to do that because it wouldn't be hard, like necessarily. It won't be like majorly hard, but it would be a little bit of a ball ache. So like, I don't see. It's tempting. It is tempting because obviously there ends in a pillar, so I do sort of want to make this bit end in a pillar, because obviously it would just shift everything down one more if we did do it. I mean, I could easily do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just going to be moving like one block at a time. Like, if I was to, we'll just start here, for example. We'll just do it. Fuck it. Let's go. We'll just see how it goes. Hopefully it won't fuck anything up too much. Let's build that along. Build that along. That means that's got to be destroyed. There's got to be destroyed. We'll get that. So if you wondered why I like just grab that and I get a half slab, like if I just throw that down there, I get the half slab. Basically, because like when you place that, if I grabbed a normal full one, you'll see like the colour. Oh, you might not be able to see it there. Let me just go. I'll place it down here, and then we'll grab this. You can slightly see the colour if I do that. If you look at the corner area, you can see the colour difference compared to like that. Like there's still a little colour difference, but nowhere near as much. So I use the half slabs for those blocks just to sort of like make it blend a lot more. We could do like a single window in this bit now. If we like come here. Oh shit, I just fucking replaced it for the wrong thing. That's alright. We'll just go like that. Boom. Yeah, we're bringing this out one more, aren't we? Down here. How many? We'll go 3 down. And then we can actually just go up one like that. So like we've just got a little bit more of a different height. That kind of looks nice. Go down here. And break this. We've already got that there. Here we've got these. So they go down too. This is going to go different colour yellow. We didn't want it all to be like fully yellow. Like you can barely tell the difference there, but there is a difference, and I know the difference, you guys know the difference, so that's all that really matters. So we'll put that in there, destroy that. Now we've got to move this across one more, so bring that up, bring this over, grab this, put it there. What are we dealing with? Is that just, yeah, it's one across, isn't it? So this needs to go one more across this beam. Build this one more across, build that, pick that up. Let's destroy this. There we go, we've already got a door in there. So like what I do on a, like here, I've done like 2 handles, you know. What I do to counteract that for this is that'll be my handle now, if that makes sense. So like here, look, if you look, this is a full block. Oh no, it's not even a full block, but you can, that's where you can see the difference of the colour, but that will do. So if we get that in, boom. So like that's the centre sort of piece we're dealing with. We could also now, like if we wanted, add that in. Like, I mean, I don't think that looks horrendous. Do you know what I mean? Like it sort of carries on with it. Yes, it's sort of flush with that, but I doubt you'll sort of, yeah, you'll see it, but like it won't stand out that much, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense, guys. Yeah, coming from here, it's kind of nice to like obviously this being my first stream back, it's kind of nice to actually like have to talk, because it sort of helps me with like thinking of what I'm gonna do. I can sort of like tell a lot easier. So now that we're here, like I probably would have left that and just had had it without, but like now you guys are there, like, or you know, obviously no one's watching currently, but it's you know, I know someone will watch it eventually, you know, when I've got millions of subscribers, you know, like someone's gonna watch. Obviously I'm kidding. Get that in. Yeah, someone will see this eventually, I could only hope. So it's just sort of nice to sort of have, it's like someone sort of watching over you, you know, like when you're at work or something and someone's like looking at you, you're sort of like, fuck, I don't want to fuck up because I just look like a twat. Do you know what I mean? Like if any of you work, you'll know what I mean. Right, so from here. Alright, perfect. Okay, so this bit now, we've got this block, we've got literally all 3 different blue shades. So, I mean, if cyan is counted as a blue, I count it as a blue. So these are the 3 blue shades that we use. Now we use the cyan up here, right? We're going to pop, no, give me the fucking soundstone, boom, okay. So cyan goes up top, like this, so we're sort of like building from the side of this. So what we're then going to do in here, inside here we only leave 2, but the way we do it is the bottom block is this colour, right? And it goes from here, and then the top is the darker blue, right? So going from there, this is the little 4 gap that we were sort of leaving. It makes a block, like, it makes an archway out of like 4 blocks, which is obviously a little bit harder to do, but there's no sort of like coloured stairs, if that makes sense. Like, there's obviously the wooden ones, but they won't sort of match this. So this is how I sort of get an arch in. That's why we sort of wanted to keep that 4 centre block. If I made it a 3 centre block, then yes, I could have like put the pillar there, but we wanted a 4, so we're getting a 4. So if we go like that, like that, like that, bring that in. We would then also move this across, meaning we'd have to get our pillars sorted again. Get that in there. Don't need it. Boom. Move the pillar across. I think I'm going to have to end this stream soon because my voice is fucking killing me. So I'm filling this in now, but I think that pillar's going to go soon. So like if we just quickly get that in now, like that, you'll see any minute now, right? Okay, so from what I can tell, now we still keep this sort of pillar here. Let me just go inside the area that we're building. Give me a second, guys. So yeah, like what we've got here, we've got this door, like I said. I think it's like 3 high, and obviously the door is on this bit for this side. Yeah, so like that's what we're sort of trying to get at. Next bit, we've got pillars. So this is going to go here, and then that's going to be white in here. Don't know why, but it just is how the building is built. So like we copy it. Then we've got a pillar here. May sound dumb because obviously we're cutting the blue, but it doesn't matter that much. I think we're probably going to have to make this 5 high, like this, just so we don't get a little, like, a bit of yellow showing through. We want it to sort of all look perfect. Okay, so we're going to get these in. We've also got to extend this out 1 more, don't we? So it went 1 out like that. Then we got the little gap for the thingy. Obviously we've got a 3 there, but we want the 4, and then it's going there. And like we haven't actually extended this anymore, so like this is going to go here. So we hope. So we fucking hope. Like that. If not, we've probably just done loads of shit for nothing, but fuck it. We'll cross that when we get to it. There you go. So these are, I think they're 3 high. Yeah, we'll run it 3 high like all the others would be. I think we're also going to get them in here. I may have to check that. Give me a sec. Okay, so no, it's not in the center one. It's on these. Apologies if I keep on talking when I'm away from. I just tried to do it there. I'm literally talking about what I'm doing, and I'm doing it. It's fucking annoying. So like, I literally just turned away from the mic, trying to talk because I'm looking at the screen. So that's what it looks like it's doing. What have we got inside here? Perfect. Yeah. So this is now the inside of this building here, and you've probably seen when we flew over to the other bit what this is going to turn into. So if we go like that, get it all in. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We'll just get this sort of like main layout down, and then the last bit I've got to copy and paste that. I don't know what it's called in my structure block, but yeah. Next bit is, if I quickly refresh the stream a sec, I'll see how long I've been streaming for. 106 minutes. So what's that? An hour and 46 is that? Yeah, hour and 46. So we'll go for 2 hours. Won't be too bad. I'm sure we can make it there. Boom, like that, and we'll get this. And we'll add a little arch down here. Do we want to add that arch like that? Is that how it goes? No, it looks like they sort of. I mean, do they use that? Like, I think they just fucking get that and go like that. I'm gonna have to go and check on another building. So we done it over here, didn't we? I just want to check on the other building just to make sure I'm doing the roof right, or the ceiling, sorry. Because if I fuck that up, then it's just sort of like a nice building gone to waste. I can't believe how far I've actually like come. Like really, like I can remember building all of these, and this is sort of like fucking hell. Like now I'm proper far. How do I do it? Yeah, so I do go flush with that, and then that's that. Cool. Just what I thought, bruh. As if I missed this. Can't be having that, can we? Can't be slacking. I remember the other day when I was building this bit, I think I've done it today actually, I was watching Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I was watching a guy called Hollow play. Like, I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever watched him. Like, he plays single player games, and I watched him play like all the ACs through. Like, fucking say like the first one was like 9 years later or whatever. And like I didn't watch all of the ACs. I only watched the ones that I played and like really liked. And yeah, it's like Valhalla, like the new Siege of France come out. So I was like, I mean, I'll give it a little gander. I'm not gonna play it because I really don't like Valhalla, to be honest. Like just the way it is, it's just not AC anymore. Like sounds fucking like, you know, so cliche now. That's because that's all anyone does is fucking hate on AC. But it's like it is true. Like I literally stayed up till midnight. I had the day booked off work the next day for it. I'm playing it, like I was having a bit of fun, and then like when it got a little bit harder and I had to grind all the side missions, I just didn't find it that entertaining. And then like I remember spending so much time trying to kill this fucking guy, and then I ended up like not being able to kill him because I had to run away to find fucking berries. Like, whatever happened to just, like, you know, grinding for health pots or something? Like, I'd much prefer going to, like, a fucking person who could sell me a health pot. Even though it's not real, it's just a lot better. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to eat berries to heal, or I want manual healing. Like, if I escape the conflict and, like, hide on a roof where no one sees me, or hide in a bush, like, round the corner, like, I want to be able to heal, like, at least up to half health, man. Like, come on, like... Literally, I was just so one-shot. I'd done this whole fucking, like, raid. Because that's what you have to do, innit? You have to, like, raid, like, the fucking places just to kill someone. And then you're fighting, like, 2 bosses or something. Or like, you're fighting a general, 2 bosses, and then, like, the fucking main boss or whatever. And you've just got, like, fucking, at the beginning of it, you got, like, 3 berries. Like, the fuck? Or not even that. Like, there's, like, 1 berry, maybe, and it's, like, that's half your health. And it's, like, the fuck? Like... I mean, I haven't played it literally since release. I played it on release, and that was it. I mean, if they've updated it and done stuff to it, maybe I'll give it another go. I may give it another go, but I just can't get with it. So I literally just play like Origins. Like I fucking love Origins. Like Bayek is just so sick. Like that's why I built that one. I love Arno from Unity as well. Like that's why I built that. This was I literally started on like building Unity, and that's how this map started. And it's just fucking just kept going. Like it's mad. And I've had some real big up and downs. Like dead ass. I was building like ages ago, and like the Wi-Fi went out, or like the electricity went off, and it fucking deleted the world. And I was like, what? Like it made no sense. But like at the time, I think there was a bug with Minecraft, because I remember seeing some like sort of patch note, and they fixed it. But like if your fucking Xbox turned off while you're in the world, it would delete your world. Like it would corrupt it. So like my world got corrupt and like deleted, and I didn't have a copy of it, because I don't even know if they were doing like copies of worlds back when that happened. So I was like, what the fuck am I meant to do? Like, so I fucking actually I did have like a really old copy of it. Like, oh no, that's it, because I started on the Java edition on like Xbox, like the Xbox One edition. I started on that, so I literally had to re-import it from there with all the progress I'd made on the Bedrock edition gone. So I was like, fuck's sake, started it all again. Literally like 3 months later, after I'd done so much, it fucking like the corrupt version just come back. I was like, what? Like, so I didn't have to like redo this. And like the thing that I was working on at the time was the mountain, so I literally rebuilt the mountain as well. And it was just sort of like, it just hit me fucking hard. And that weren't the only time that it had been deleted. Like I've had times where it like literally deleted, and like I'd be fucking like building for hours, and like it would only like, because I had a copy from like the night before or something, I'd be able to like get it back like pretty quick, but I'd lose all the hours work I just put in. It would be like, say like today's work that we put in, like we haven't done that much, but like in the grand scheme of things, if I lost all of today's work, like everything, I'd lose all of that shit that I built over there as well. And it's sort of like, nah, I can't even be thinking about that. That's fucking horrible to like think about losing all of that. Right, let's get the thingies in. Boom, that's fine. Boom. Right, let's make this full height, how it should be. And then we'll get the chiseled one. You fucking cunt. Apologies for my French there. Don't know how I'm going to do this one. Just because in the game, like I've done the checkered floor, they also have like a checkered roof on top of that. So I don't know whether I want to. I'll probably do this shit. So like I'll checker it from here, or not checker it. I'll put these on there like that, and then yeah, I'll checker it on top. But what I do for the checker, like I use half slabs. Don't want to use the fucking full thing, so I use these half slabs, and like they're a similar sort of colour. They've just got a little bit more detail to them. So like what I sort of think with these details is like, you know, you've got to, like, for example, right, Minecraft has said they're not adding chairs. Like Mojang have said they're not adding chairs to Minecraft because they like how people like make them out of signs and stuff like that. Like just that as an example. So, you know, like you try and like look at things with a bit more like of an open mind. You know, like they're just blocks at the end of the day, but you sort of like, oh, that's meant to be a chair, that's meant to be this. So like what I sort of use on some of these is I sort of look at it and I'm like, okay, this sandstone is kind of nice because it's got a little bit of like grainy detail. Do you know what I mean? Like you've got all the sand there, which is obviously meant to be all different types of like sand grains. But on the sandstone, it's got it as well. And it's, I sort of think like, you know, that they've got some like bit of detail. And so I sort of think a little bit weathered, you know, you're in here, wind's blowing, sand, you're by the beach, do you know what I mean? Like salty air. It sort of weathers your things, do you know what I mean? Like when it's raining, you know, the rain is obviously getting evaporated from the ocean, or, you know, to get rain, it evaporates from the ocean, and then it will like rain down and stuff like that. So obviously you're getting like that salty sort of rain like hitting this roof, and it sort of like adds a little bit of texture to it, you know, like weathers it, which, you know, that's sort of what I look into it. Like another thing, for example, is like if I fly over here, I've made some cannons. I'm proper proud of these cannons because like there's like 2 types of cannons that I've used. I've built 3 since I've been like building this map. So like here, I've got these with the big wheels, and it's like little weird like back thing that sort of supports them. That's where you sort of like light the thing, and then boom, it sort of like shoots out of there. Black, like using the blackstone. And then here I've got like a smaller one where it's got the same sort of like thing. Obviously it's on a much more like smaller scale with the stair. Comes under here, small wheel, little thing. Like, I just like that. And then I've got like a massive one, but I don't think I've got it in Havana here. But like, you know, here, look, make your own little crates. You know, you can't really fill them, but use some signs, stuff like that. If you use like half slabs there, not half slabs, like trapdoors, like I just don't think it gives the same feel because it like touches the ground. But this sort of just like looks like a little crate. Do you know what I mean? So like, that's what you can sort of do with it. And if you scattered like a few like wither skull heads, then they'd look a lot sort of like closer to these things. Like, oh look here, just like using like a little bit of design. I'm sort of like fucking tooting my own trumpet right now, but obviously I've got these sort of things here. When it comes from this, it's like a little reel where you can reel it up and stuff like that. Attaching here, use the rope around here, if that makes sense. Like, you know, that looks like a little bit of rope around the beam, different colour, but like, you know, you can sort of imagine it. Obviously it's only a chain, not a rope, but we'll use that. Got this thing. Now this one has snapped, right? So I've added this just as a detail, like with the rope. Obviously it doesn't actually attach to this thing, but the reels have snapped. If you look, so like the chain's hanging down there, like, you know, they've snapped and they're hanging, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, if they were really tight, like obviously in theory, like this is what, 2, 4, 6, 8 blocks across. These, you'd have to have this 8 long, and that would be 4 down there, or 5 down there, and 3 down there, which would, like, it does work, but it'd be touching the ground, so it wouldn't look the same. But like, what I sort of like went for is the chain is sort of like, it's not a chain, it's a fucking like bit of rope, and it's like pulled so tight that when it like snaps, it goes back into like a smaller sort of shape. Like if you stretch an elastic band, it can go across, say, like, you know, close to a foot. Do you know what I mean? Like if you pulled it, but then if it's like, if you let go of it, it pings back into a certain place. Does that make sense? Like, I hope I don't sound like a fucking crazy person right now, but yeah, that was the sort of effect I was going for, and these are the sort of things I like look into when I'm building, just because I think you just got to have a bit of that like imagination, really. Like, there's no point, you know, like just looking at it and be like, what? Do you know what I mean? Like my little brother, for example, he fucking like looks at things and he's just like, what? It's a fucking like block. Like, no one likes Minecraft. You're fucking like 22 and you play Minecraft. And it's sort of like, it's just nice. It's like, I think of it as like a sort of like an art form, if that makes sense. It may sound a bit stupid to people, but like, you know, the amount of like what you can do with it. Like some people, like the person who like made the fucking Pokemon game out of it. Like, he made actual Pokemon in the game. You got this guy on TikTok who's like, he's fucking sick, and he does like the pixel art of like things. So like, he'll just do people's like photos, like Sniper Wolf. I saw one, and it was just like, he made him in Minecraft, like not obviously a fucking like big brick person, like, you know, with legs and shit like that. Like these are his feet. Do you know what I mean? But he made like pixel art, so like you see it, and it's just like so sick. Like if this was a YouTube video, I'd fucking like put a photo in. Like, he's just mental, and it's just like, I want to know how he does it. I'd love to do something like that. You know, like I struggled to make the Assassin's Creed logo on a floor. Like, I struggled to like get the dimensions right, but I fucking managed it. But it's like, how does that guy do that? Like, do you know what I mean? It's just a talent, innit? And I do think it is an art form. It's like a way of expressing like art. And I'm not the most artistic guy. I mean, like, the fuck, I'm a fucking big ass powerlifter, and I play rugby and American football. But then it's nice to sort of like come on and just, you know, do something a little bit different. Do you know what I mean? Like, you guys will probably get what I mean. So yeah. Next up, I think what it's called is corner. I think we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So like, if I come over here, probably gonna have to slap it on there. No, we'll move there. I mean, I'm gonna say it's got to be there. Right. Okay. So we're already. Okay, so yeah. So we need to bring it back one more, and I think we need to turn it 270 degrees. So if we go like that, and we go 270, hit that. Let's see where we're at. Right. Okay, so like what we had, I brought it back, which works, obviously. Like the 270 is put it in the right position. That's how it's meant to be. But now it's meant to be, looks like 2 blocks forward, yeah. So like, I brought it back 1. It's meant to be forward 2 because the 270 turns it like a little bit different. So like wherever this sort of like ended up, if we put it, maybe put it there. We'll twist it 270 again. See how that works. See if we got that right. Okay, 1 more forward, right? So we can see it there. Put it there. This is just like big trial and error sort of thing just to get it right. Sometimes you can work it out, but like, you know, I find it easy to just do this and we'll just fucking, I'll deal with the repercussions afterwards. So there we go. See now, the only thing is, we've got this bit here, so we're not actually done. So where we've put it, which I have no clue fucking where it was, possibly there, we need to bring it in there. Let's try it. 270, load. Right. Okay, so that's perfect. So now all we've got to do is just literally destroy this front bit like that. There we go. We're back to normal on there. Destroy this. Get that back in here. So, like, it's not too bad, you know. It's not like we had to fucking do anything major. The only thing that we're going to have to do now is to destroy this fucking shit like this. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not hard. So, destroying those. Like that. We've got the fucked up roof as well. We'll destroy that. Okay, so like this bit here is just like fucked from beforehand. We need to actually, is it 3 gap? Yes, so we need to put that there. And we need to destroy these and move them back more. That looks fine if we get that in there. Cool. We'll just get this in. Just because like when we had it out a bit too far, the roof is like stayed here. So you sort of have to like adapt it. Once I get this building in, I'm probably going to end it there, take a break, go get some food. Just because like we've been streaming for 2 hours, which isn't too bad for my first stream, I think. Hopefully like in a few more, if I sort of like post on Instagram and stuff like that, we'll get a few more people in. It'll be like a lot better, you know. I'll be able to talk to you guys more rather than sort of like I'm talking more so to speak to the future viewers. Do you know what I mean? Like, which may sound a little bit stupid, and you know, it might be a little bit sad, but it's sort of like, you know, it's where you got to start sometimes. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, I'll take it. I mean, I had a good time. Saves me like fully recording a video just yet. So let me get that in like that and get this flat half slab bit. What are we dealing with here? Right, that's fine. Cool. Yeah, like, I mean, obviously I'll still record a video. I'll probably record a video once I've got food, just because, like, I obviously need to upload, especially, like, I might need to upload during the week this week, because, like, I haven't uploaded in ages, obviously being away in that, went on holiday. So, yeah, like, I mean, I need to sort of, like, catch up, so it's good. I had a blast, do you know what I mean? Like, just fucking get back into it. That's all. Like, may sound stupid, but it's like, it's nice to be back, and I know that I'm back into it and like doing good. So, what are we dealing with here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, that's disgusting. Okay, so now we just got to figure out how we're gonna do this. So, what we've sort of got with this corner building, it does sort of like bring an issue with it, but it's sorted itself. To a certain extent. Cool. So we need to sort this roof out. I was just sort of thinking about dimensions, because obviously, like, now, if you look at like this building here, it's obviously it's got the 1, 2, 3. 1 in the middle, 1, 2, 3. So we've got 7 in the middle, and then we've got the 2 outside, which make it 9. And then that one over here, it goes from, you know, this one bit, like, it's not going to sort of fit all there, because it obviously extends out till there. Which is like a little bit sort of like intruding on that building. Does that make sense? Like, so it's a little bit different. It's just tough. Yeah, like, it's not obviously fucking gonna ruin it all, but we just got to work a little bit smarter. But I think it does sort it out, because the building next to it doesn't sort of go with a roof. It's sort of like flat as well, so I can sort of like, you know, I can play it off, you know, adapt, basically. Like, look at what I've got to build and just be like, you know, and figure it out. Pretty simple indeed. Right, so get that in. See, I want to stop, but I don't. This is the only trouble. Like, I haven't eaten in, like, what, fucking 5 hours now? I finished gym. When did I finish gym? About 12:15. Got back, and I made bacon bagels, and I haven't eaten since. So that must have been about 12:30, 12:45, and it's now 7:25. So I haven't eaten in 7 hours, roughly, which my girlfriend will not be happy about. And neither will my fucking gains, because I'm just going to be wasting away and burning muscle, which we don't like. So yeah, let's just get this wall in. And yeah, so what I'll basically do next time around for a live stream is I'll post on like Instagram and Twitter, maybe, like, depending on how confident I'm feeling. You know, I've got the sort of like, I've got low confidence in terms of, you know, like, my abilities on these sort of social medias. You know, like, I've got my Twitter was like an old Call of Duty Twitter. It's like when I used to play like very like high level competitive Call of Duty. You obviously have like all of the Call of Duty boys on there. So if I start posting about Minecraft, they'll be like, "What the fuck? Like, Caspa's just turned into a fucking like little bitch." Do you know what I mean? And obviously, like, it's just what Minecraft's seen as, in it. It's just like a younger person's game, which I hate that sort of like notion, because it's like Minecraft is literally for like people of any age. Like, going back to that thing, it's like you can be so artistic and people will just try and shut you down just because you play Minecraft, and it's not like a common sort of art. Do you know what I mean? Like, I may be just fucking rambling on here trying to keep the stream going, but yeah. So there's a nice cool part. This bit's actually got a roof, so let's just get the roof in real quick. We won't end it yet. I mean, there's obviously no one watching, but it'd be nice for anyone who is watching later in a different time. So let me get that across like this. Boom, boom, boom. Go like that. Perfect. Okay, so then what it is basically, yeah, like some roofs will sort of be like cut, like, so this one, it sort of slopes up into the roof, and then other ones will be like cut flat, like this one here, where it just cuts off over there. Do you know what I mean? There's no sort of like slope to it. So this one's obviously got the slope. There you go. Got that, and then we can just flush against this and go like that. So I'll obviously, once I've posted this, or I'll basically just like, it'll post itself, like I'll just leave it on Insta. I'm definitely going to sort of chill out. I think I've done enough Minecraft. So like, you don't want to overburn or like burn yourself out when you're playing Minecraft, like, because obviously you need your creative juices flowing. Which, you know, if you're not, like, if you haven't got your creative juices flowing, then you're obviously just going to build shit stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, you really don't want to build shit things. Like, if you build shit things, then you're only going to look at them later in time and just be, like, unproud of them. And that's, like, the worst sort of thing that you'll have. And I've had it so many times where I've literally gone back through and I'm like, yep, I'm rebuilding that because that is fucking shit. Which obviously sucks because, like, you just spent so much time doing it and you just got to destroy it all, or, like, / fill it in. Do you know what I mean? Like, which is pretty fucking shit. Ugh. Right, I am fucking hungry. What is this roof over here saying then? Okay, so that's one. I'm gonna get this roof in real quick. Obviously, you guys can obviously just hop off at any point. But yeah, what I want to do is I'll get this roof in. The wood's there. Sorry, I was just looking at the wood on the top, like, because like, obviously it's got textures, and obviously when one's turned this way and one's turned up that way, these textures, they join a little bit different to how they usually join. If you see, look, here, you got this long dark line, a little gap in between the next long dark line where they connect at the border, but here, they both just connect, like, next to each other, like, diagonal to each other. It's just funny, like, little shit that you can notice if you pay attention. But yeah, right, let me get that in. Is that how it goes? Yeah, it goes flush with that. And then the next building's one that I've also built already as well, and you can actually see one. It's literally that building over there, that red and orange one. It's the one that I'm building next. Fucking hell, you guys might not even be able to hear me. Mic's so far away from my fucking mouth. Get this in. Right, I'm just going to get this bit in, then I'll end it, because you guys don't want to watch this if you are staying until the end. Anyone who does fucking watch this, like, if you actually get to this point, fucking brownie points to you. If you get to this point, put it in the comments, and I'll fucking send you a t-shirt, right? One person. Maybe two. Yeah? First two people who put it in the comments, like, fucking... Look, what should we say? Just put... I made it to the end. There you go. Just put, I made it to the end. If you actually watch this all the way through and actually make it to the end and see this, then obviously I know it's true. You put it there, I'll send you a t-shirt. It's only going to have my logo on, but I've got t-shirts printed and stuff like that. I'll send you one. Your size, stuff like that. 2 people can get it. And I'll also do a giveaway of another one when I get to 200 subscribers, as well as the world tour. Yeah, so let's see how many people actually get there. I'll also give you a shout out on like Insta and stuff like that, because, you know, why not? I'm not that big of a following, but I mean, who cares? Free shout out, am I right? So yeah, if you get to the end, pop it in the comments. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. For anyone who did tune into the stream, there was a few people at one point, not many all the way through. First one back, and it's Minecraft. Maybe once I get on Twitch and stuff like that, you know, I'll be rivaling with Dream. Like, I'll be taking his viewers, you know. I'll just hop in there and be like, you want to see some fucking real content? It's me building, placing colourful blocks, because I'm a fucking helmet, and I've taken upon myself to build something so large that it's just going to take me so fucking long. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share everything with your friends. Get me to 200 subscribers and onwards. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next live stream and video. Peace.